All right, let's talk about a leak in your blackjack game that you might not even know is there. It's a fundamental misunderstanding that's just quietly draining your money hand after hand. It is, without a doubt, one of the most common mistakes you see at the table, and we're going to plug that leak for good.
But first, I want you to think about this for a second. What if I told you that the cautious, safe play, the one that feels like the smart move to protect your hand, is actually the one costing you the most money over time? And yeah, believe it or not, it's true. The biggest leak in most players' games isn't being reckless. It's being too careful. It's like you're slamming on the brakes when the game is giving you a green light to go, all because of a really simple misunderstanding of the cards sitting right in front of you.
So, to fix this, we've got to start with the most important concept, the critical difference between a soft hand and a hard hand. Seriously, understanding this is the first, most important step to stopping those expensive mistakes.
On the surface, it seems pretty simple. It's all about the ace. A soft hand is any hand where you've got an ace that you can count as 11 without busting. A hard hand, on the other hand, either has no ace at all, or the ace has to be counted as a 1 to keep you from going over 21. Sounds easy enough, right? But what this means for your strategy is a total game changer.
Let's really dig into the soft hand. Its number one feature is pure flexibility. Think of that ace as your secret weapon. It's like a built-in safety net. Because it can instantly flip from being worth 11 down to 1, there's literally no way you can bust on your next card. That flexibility is its superpower.
Okay, now let's look at the hard hand. That safety net we just talked about, poof, it's gone. You are now walking a tightrope with zero flexibility. If you're holding a 10 and a 7, that's a hard 17. The very next card could send you right over the edge. The risk is real and the consequences are immediate.
And this brings us right to the heart of the matter. The total of your hand, whether it's a 17, an 18, whatever, it's not actually the most important thing. The real story is the risk hiding underneath, and that's why two hands with the exact same total can be worlds apart in how you should play them.
So let's use the classic example. You're sitting at the table, you get a 17. For a lot of people, the gut reaction is to stand. It feels like a pretty good hand, right? But is that always the right move? The real question you should be asking is this: are all 17s created equal?
The answer is a huge no, and this chart shows you exactly why. A hard 17 like a 10 and a 7 is rigid. Hitting is a massive gamble. But a soft 17, an ace and a 6, has a 0% chance of busting on the next card. You can only improve. These hands are completely different animals.
This is what people in the know call risk asymmetry. It just means soft hands give you a chance to be aggressive with almost no downside. Hard hands, on the other hand, punish every mistake instantly. When you really, truly grasp this one idea, it will fundamentally change how you see the game. Okay, so we get the theory. Now, how do we turn this into a practical strategy that actually makes you money? Well, playing these hands correctly really comes down to a battle between two different mindsets: aggression versus discipline. The number one mistake with soft hands is standing way too soon. You see a soft 17 or a soft 18, and your brain just screams, "Don't risk a good hand." But what you're actually doing is wasting the very protection that ace gives you. That hand isn't nearly as strong as it feels, and the right play is almost always to try and make it better.
So this is all about a huge mindset shift. A soft hand is not some fragile total you have to protect. It's an opportunity. It's the game giving you a green light to press your advantage, to hit or even double down, because you know your ace has got your back.
And then, of course, you've got the hard hand dilemma. We've all been there. Holding a hard 16, staring at the dealer's 10, it feels like a no-win situation. Standing feels safe, but it's usually just a slow way to lose. Hitting feels absolutely terrifying. This is where discipline has to take over. You have to make the uncomfortable play, the hit, because mathematically, it's the move that loses you the least amount of money in the long run.
So how do you actually put this all into practice when the pressure is on at the table? Let's break it down into a really simple 3-step process for making the right call every single time.
It's a simple little checklist. First, and this is by far the most important, step 1, identify your hand type. Just ask yourself, is it soft or is it hard? This is the crucial question most players just skip right over. Only after you do that do you move on to step 2, check the dealer's up card. And then finally, step 3, choose the correct action based on solid strategy. Whatever you do, never ever skip step 1.
When you get right down to it, it all boils down to this one simple mantra. A soft hand means opportunity. A hard hand means discipline. Just knowing which mode you're supposed to be in, well, that's half the battle right there.
Recognizing this difference is truly what separates the casual players from the smart ones. It's the gap between playing on a gut feeling and playing with a real strategy. So the next time an ace hits the felt in front of you, remember the question isn't just what's my total, it's what's my opportunity. Now you know the difference, so how are you going to play it?